Hello OSSCS, greetings, welcome to the opening night of our 2020 online auction and gala. I'm William White, Music Director of Orchestra Seattle, Seattle Chamber Singers. So happy to be with you here today. This video is going live at 7 p.m. on Friday night, May 8th. So that means that officially now the auction is open for bids. So be sure to go over to our Octria page and make sure that you're registered and start bidding. As you're looking at items, you will see that there is an opening bid price, a bid increment, and then there's also a buy it now option. And those buy it now options are set pretty high, but that's because we want to encourage you to give very generously. We've got some great items. We've got things like food prepped. We have got stuff like scarves and knit socks and quilts. We have got communication devices, because I know that everybody wants to keep in touch with their friends and families now. We've got an iPad. Ooh, very fancy. Yes, we are so fancy. And of course, we are doing this all in support of this great organization that we want to make sure comes out very nicely positioned on the other side of our quarantine, of our quarantimes right now. And of course, this is our 50th season, or at least we had most of our 50th season. And we were in the process of looking back at what 50 years of OSSCS has meant. We did some great concerts already this season. You know, we had a performance of Kia Sam's The Earthmakers back in October. We had the world premiere of Huntley Beyer's Circumference in November, a piece written to honor the memory of George Shangro. Of course, we did our unforgettable performance of Handel's Messiah, our annual event, this year for the first time at Beyer Chapel. And the last large-scale concert that we put on was our Ancestors performance, which took place in February. And that was with, of course, our special guest artist, Quinn Mason. Speaking of Quinn, I asked him to compose a new piece for one of our musicians. This is going to be one of the things that we're doing over the course of this auction week, from tonight up through Saturday, May 16th, which is that every day we are going to post a new solo composition or a small work written for a solo or a duet. And we're so excited to share those with you. And to get the ball rolling, I have a piece by Huntley Beyer, and this is called Song, and it's for violin and cello, performed by June Spector and Max Lieblich, two members of our Orchestra Seattle string section. So here they are. Enjoy. So that was Huntley Beyer's song for violin and cello, a very gorgeous new piece written just for our musicians. It's one of the ways that we're trying to keep Orchestra Seattle, Seattle Chamber Singers a going concern in these times when we're not able to convene for large concert gatherings. We're still collaborating with our regular collaborators. So look forward to those throughout the week. There will be music by, well, Huntley, you just heard, by Kia Sams, by Bob Keckley, by Quinn Mason, by Carlos Garcia, by Sheila Bristow, and by me. I also am going to be presenting a piece. So that's very exciting. And of course, you know, as we're celebrating 50 years of OSSCS, we're looking back to the founding year, which is 1969, which is the theme of this whole gala. You know, we had some leftover set dressing that we were planning to use at the gala, the live gala. So we've got some cool flower power, you know, items, and we've got this great lava lamp. But you know, I wasn't around in 1969, so I actually didn't realize that it takes like 2 hours to heat up and start doing its special show. So just pretend that these are globules here. And how can you get more in the mood of 1969? Well, start by mixing yourself a nice tasty glass of Tang, as I'm about to do. I'm about to have my first sip of Tang ever. Okay, so let's show you how you do this. This is Tang, and it comes in this little pouch, and it has something here that says tear across, so I'm going to tear across it now. Whoa. Okay, I've torn halfway across the Tang packet. And now I'm going to get this open. Boy, how did people do this in 19? I guess, you know, if you're in space, you know, you've got to have a lot of security that things aren't just going to open. They're not going to, you know, explode all over the place, like in The Simpsons. Okay, so we've got the Tang packet open. This is very exciting. Oh my gosh, folks. All right. Yes, and we've got the water. I believe it is a 2-cup to 1 Tang packet ratio. So now we're gonna pour it in. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna make sure we get every last little bit. By the way, this is the 0 sugar Tang. So that's great. Because we're celebrating the year 1969 doesn't mean we have to go over the top. All right, I'm going to affix the mason jar lid. And now, I believe we are secure here. I'm gonna do a very gentle shake. We're shaking the Tang, trying to, do I dare? Oh wow, do you hear the ASMR? All right, I think it's thoroughly shook now. It looks sort of like orange juice. Now, the crucial moment. The mason jar lid is coming off. Now, like I said, this is my first ever try of Tang. Let's see what it smells like. Oh, it smells not bad. Actually, a lot better than I thought it was going to smell. Now, okay, I have a little demi-tasse cup here because just because it's Tang, the year 1969, doesn't mean we want to be déclassé. Let's see. Okay, all right. Pours quite nicely. Oh my gosh. Here it comes. My first ever sip of Tang in celebration of the year 1969. Look what I do for you people. It's not half bad. It's very orange. I'm surprised. It's yeah, it's actually pretty good. Now, you know, the great news is, since this is a gala, I think that this would be a great mixer. I think a little rum would get that right up on its feet, if you know what I mean. Quoting the postman only rings twice, or always rings twice. But mix yourself, you know, put a little vodka in here, put a little gin, put a little whatever your favorite thing is. Make yourself a mimosa for the year 1969. Have your little Tang cocktail. That'll get you in the mood. Another great way to get in the mood, burn a little incense. All you have to do is light a match. Oh dear. Oh my gosh. Here we go. No, no. And that'll just, yeah, burn right out. And there we go. Now we have liftoff. We have incense going. My gosh, is it 2020 or is it 1969 in here? And of course, make sure that you're celebrating peace and love and harmony. You know, make yourself a little bowl of a grain bowl. You know, that's something that I can very much endorse as a 2020 vegan. Yeah, so anyway, the most important thing though is pretend it's not the year 1969 and log on to the internet and get going on our bidding. And very importantly too, there's the catalog of all the items on this website. And then there's also the donate exclamation point button. And that's really where we'd like to see a lot of action. You know, we have an ambitious goal for this online auction, which is $50,000 that we're trying to raise between tonight, Friday, May 8th, and Saturday, May 16th. And in fact, that's about how much money we usually bring in an auction. So we've been very, very ambitious in trying to raise the same amount that we would usually raise in an in-person auction. So one way that you can help is not only by bidding and by donating yourself, but by sharing this auction website with your friends and family wherever they may be throughout the entire world. We're glad to ship the items that they've won to them. Doesn't matter where they are, but everybody can participate in this. And I really hope that you will spread the love and the joy and the wonder of what OSSCS does, because you know, what we do, it's not just for our region. I mean, it primarily is. You know, we have this great history of doing all of these wonderful concerts here, but it's also by bringing new music into existence. We're doing something that can expand throughout the globe, really. I mean, people will be able to watch these new pieces that we've commissioned anywhere from the comfort of their own homes. And of course, we have performances of the Earthmakers and of Circumference and of a lot of other pieces that are available to listen to on our YouTube page and on our concert archive page on the website. So, you know, we want to be creators, not just recreators, and that's something that makes OSSCS so special. So thanks so much for participating in this event tonight, and I want to just recap a little bit of what we've got coming up. So tonight's Friday, May 8th. On Sunday, 2 days from today, from May 10th, we are doing our first ever online Zoom classical music trivia night. Tickets for that are $10, so you can order those right from our auction catalog. We have got, on the following Wednesday, May 13th, we are going to be doing a YouTube premiere watch party with a concert from November 2007 conducted by George Shangro. This was produced for community television back then, and it has a lot of interstitial slices where he is explaining the music, and so we'll all be able to chat on the sidelines and talk about this and reminisce. I know that a lot of people love to do that. And then on the closing night on May 16th, on that Saturday, we are going to have another YouTube event hosted by our board president, Stephen Haig. And I know that he is going to push our fundraising efforts over the line. It's going to be the last dash. So join us for all of this. Join us for all of the great music that we're going to be posting in between. Thanks so much for being part of the OSSCS family. And with that, namaste. Stay groovy, kids. All you cool cats and kittens out there. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.